as I already said, we're going to talk about attachment today. And we're going to tie that in specifically with mentoring. Mentoring happens by convincing the child that you are their sincere friend because you're on their team, you're here to support them, you're helping them to come to conclusions. And that happens by, like we just said, interrupting patterns that we've been doing before. And then what we want to talk about today is attachment. Now you can use a different word for attachment, and lots of people do. This can be bonding, this can be connecting, this can be, I don't know, you fill in the blank for the word you would use of just having a close, connected relationship with your child. You have a question?
Yeah, so I was going to say, so the attachment and the mentoring, the idea of posturing with questions instead of talking at, be a posture of listening. And you may get to this, so you can just say, we'll get to that today. But if not, maybe we could follow up later, if not now. What would be a starting point when you know you both want a better relationship, but that it is entrenched, an entrenched belief that you don't really love me? I mean, like, in the deepest part of your heart, Mom, I know that you love me and I know you're trying to do the best, but I hate our relationship and I want it to be different, but there's no way, because she says that every time she has told me what I need to do differently, I don't change. And I think I'm trying. I think I'm hearing. So she doesn't even really want to help me do better anymore. It's like she doesn't trust my motive. She doesn't trust
Yep.
the engagement. So it's like, where's the starting point? Like, how do I begin to convince her that I am her sincere friend?
That's a good question.
Cooking all the things she wants to eat, or stop addressing any negative, like she feeds off the negativity of the relationship. Like that's where she gets a reaction. I think it's kind of a pattern that has become ingrained that, if I want Mom's attention, I have to say something kind of rough and off the edge, on the edge. But I want a starting point. I don't know if it would be saying, hey, I know you've been patient with me before and helped me see where you're coming from, but can you do it again? Or what, one of the things is she said, I want you to stop making assumptions. I want you to stop trying to tell me all the things that I'm supposed to do as if I've never thought of it before and I have a plan, but it can go 2 or 3 days not done. I'm like, do I say something? Do I not say something? She hates it when I nag her, but I haven't talked about it for 2 days, so like, where's a good starting point? And if you want to say it'll happen later in this talk, that's fine.
I think
fantastic question.
Yeah, I think we'll talk about it throughout the whole discussion today. But I do want to start with this because, at least for me, this is what works and this is what I like to tell coaching clients. And it's essentially, when you're embarking on this, I always start by stopping what I've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you may not know what to do, but the first thing to do is to stop doing what you're doing, because what you have been doing isn't working. And this goes for everybody with any behavior or issue or relationship that we have. And that's for marriage, parenting, everything, finance, it's everything. If what we've been doing does not produce the results that we want, stop doing that thing. So when you enter, and again, it's back to the drama triangle, when you enter a scenario where usually you do this and you say that, just stop. You don't know what to do yet, just stop. And what that does is it creates almost this mental, emotional space or this vacuum for something else to come in. Because currently all the energy is being used up with what you used to do. So you stop just doing what you've been doing. And then I found that this works sometimes, but it also depends. I tell myself this: whatever I think the opposite. Whatever I've been doing, do the opposite. Sometimes that's enough. So sometimes I might go to a situation, I stop, And I'm like, usually I would say something. This time I'm going to do the opposite and be quiet. And so I literally just start doing the opposite of what I've been doing, because that alone will start getting different results. Again, the drama triangle thing. You step out of the drama triangle, you do something different, especially if it's opposite, and you start creating new results. So I'm going to start at least with that part.
Yep. I want to mention that the trust piece. So listen very, very, very carefully here. If we tell our kids we're going to do something and then we don't do it, it is a massive violation of trust. So then they automatically think, either consciously or unconsciously, is like, well, I can't believe this person because they said they were going to do something and they didn't. So if that's where you're at, so like she says, for example, I don't want you to tell me what to do, and I don't want you to make assumptions.
Or nag.
Or nag. Great. So then the big, bold change here is done. I don't tell you what to do. I don't assume anything, and I am not nagging.
Even if
You have to literally bite your tongue.
Even if that means something goes wrong. That means something's missed. That means something is undone. That means mistakes happen. That means if that happens, great. That's okay. That's a part of life. That's a part of growing up. It's not the end of the world. And what they will appreciate is that even though you probably saw, and they know you probably saw that this was going to happen, and then it happened, you didn't say something. And you still let them live life and make mistakes.
And own it. So for myself, I do what I call the silent film test. So let's say one of my kids wants me to do something. So let's say Aaliyah says, be a better listener, Dad. So, okay. And I tell her, I said, I'm going to be a better listener. Then right now I put myself on trial, and it's a silent film. It's not me doing it. It's a silent film recording, and the judge and jury get to watch me prove through my actions that I'm a better listener. Would it hold up in court? Let's take the next 6 months. Would that hold up in court easily? Would a judge and jury say, yes, you clearly have become a better listener? If not, then I'm dropping the ball and I'm burning trust with my daughter because I said I would be a better listener, but I'm not actually doing it. So if we're going to change relationships, we have to change ourselves. For things to change, I must change. Does that make sense? Am I articulating this well enough? Like get drastic. Be dramatic about it. Like, make a shift. If you've had a tendency or a pattern or a habit of doing something a certain way and it's led to the results you have now, stop. Hard stop. Be different. And then that gives them a chance to be like, well, wow. Because what you're saying is like her mindset is so stuck that you're the way you are and you're never going to change. And the only way to break her mindset is by you being truly, truly being different.